Hi guys, this is Jian. Thank you so much for visiting my channel today, and I hope you are enjoying this intro. Today we're going to make rice paper ghost in a pumpkin filled. Let's get started. Let's start with the rice paper ghost. We will need some lollipop sticks. It's good to have something longer than 4 inch so we can cut it off when we're done. And I'm going to use this bowl to trace the rice paper. It's about 4 inch. I'm going to make some ball with the fondant. It's good to use white color fondant, and I highly recommend you to make the fondant part with the lollipop stick ahead of time so you have enough time to dry it. Add some water on the stick and attach it to the fondant. It'll be much more sturdy. I made 2 more of these fondant balls. 2 are about 1 inch diameter and the last one is slightly smaller than 1 inch. Now I'm going to trace a circle on the rice paper. I used edible marker, but we're going to just cut out the black lines so you can use any pencils or pen and cut out the circles. And then I used a bigger ball, which is 5 inch, and I made 2 more discs of rice paper. So for each fondant, I'm gonna cover with 2 layers of rice paper. Start with the smaller size disc and dip it in the water. Soak it until the rice paper turns soft, but don't leave it in the water too long because it's gonna be hard to dry them out. So for the 2 bigger size fondants, I'm gonna cover the small size rice paper underneath and then cover the bigger rice paper on top. And the small size fondant, I'm gonna cover with 2 small size rice paper. So today, the reason why I was dipping all my rice paper is I wanted to make it more softer to have natural drapes, but if you want to dry them faster, you can apply water with your pastry brush. If you've been watching my rice paper tutorials, you'll know that I love to use this mini heat gun. It really helps me to dry my rice paper faster. Also, when you use the heat gun, it's easier to control the shapes. Now let's dress up the cake. I made this darker gray color for the bottom and using this lighter green color for the top. And I'm going to add one of my favorite effects, ombre. I use this really dark gray in the bottom because it's a Halloween theme, so I wanted to add something dark and deep. I think the side part looks pretty good, so I'm going to clean up the top part with using this offset spatula. Now it's time to pipe some grass. I'm going to use tip number 221, but you can also use tip number 234. Now let's start piping. That was a lot of grass piping. So now I'm done with the grass piping. I'm going to add some tiny pink flowers. I'm using tip number 225, but you can use any star tip. And I'm using light pink color to add some little details on the grass. Now I'm going to add some pumpkins on the field. I'm using number 80 piping tip. This looks like a U shape. So make the foundation first and follow the foundation by adding smooth strokes. Once you're done making the pumpkin, add some grass around the pumpkins. And I'm going to use the same star tip with using green color at the stem on the pumpkins. Also with tip number 1, I'm going to add some vines around the pumpkins. I think this can be also a cute fall design cake without the ghost. So if you need any fall design cake, why not add some pumpkins? So here we have the final cake. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching till the end. If you want to see more tutorials, please subscribe my channel. I'll come up with more tutorials.